Sports News.
Hi there, I am the smarmy Jim Shite, and this is Sky Sports News. Superb. All of today's programmes are of course dedicated to the 60th birthday of the much maligned football character that is Mr John Haddow, and this programme is no exception. Superb. Later on, we'll be interviewing Bishop Devine and the Ibrox security staff as they look back on the day when Mr Haddow finished going without drink for Lent and subsequently had to be carried into the stadium for an Old Firm game. Superb. We'll also be showing exclusive footage of Mr Haddow's walkabout tour around his old pre-match haunts in the East End, accompanied by our very own Professor of English, Charlie Nicholas, and the chairman of Alcoholics Anonymous. We'll see Mr Haddow reminiscing about such haunts as the Bowler's Rest Beer Garden and the Carluke Boys' controversial base camp on the steps of the Church of the Nazarene. Superb. So tell me, Charlie, that must have been quite a trip down memory lane for you with such a legend. Oh, undoubtedness, Jumbo, undoubtedness. Because, you know, a legendary is specifically exactly what someone like John Haddow should be classified as in the classification of legendariness, you know. Smashing, Charlie, smashing. And tell me, what sticks out in your mind when you think about Mr Haddow? Oh, Jim, so much, so much. And could you give us a clue, Charlie? We've got people watching, you know. Oh, well, I mean, you know, off the top of my head, I remember when we were all in Marbella and it was 40 degrees sunshine and we're all round at the pool, you know, and there's John strutting about, fully clothed, with a black polo neck on, you know, incredible. But, you know, from memories, the thing I always memorise back to is the dark days, you know, the 9 in a row years that Rangers had, and I would be in the Thaki after yet another Celtic defeat and looking around at all the sullen faces of the boys, you know, and there he would stand, a big Gandalfy, wizardy guy, looking round at all his wee sad hobbits, you know, and he would lift his arms up in a lifty-uppy way, and he would say, "The tables will turn, kid, the tables will turn." And he would turn this big imaginary table, Jim, you know. I mean, it wasn't a real table, you know, because he would turn his back, but he would turn this big table, and it was pure uplifting, so it was. No, the table, he didn't uplift the table, it was your heart, you know, he would uplift your heart. Well, he wouldn't really lift your heart, you know, it's like a saying, you know what I mean? Aye, Charlie, okay, I get it, thank you. Well, he never lifted much, Jim, I'll tell you. He certainly never lifted his wallet when it was his turn for a round, you know. Okay, Charlie, okay. I think we'll take a break just now. What we'll do is we'll go to your friend and mine, Chico Young, who I believe is at Lock Park Stadium in Carluke. Hello, Chick, this is Jim. Can you hear me?
Ha ha ha! What a stomper! Oh, brother Jim! Missed you at the lodge last night. Robert McCurry was looking for you.
Chick, we're live on air just now. I'll talk to you about that later, brother. Now, tell me, I believe you're in Carluke for a very special game.
Yes, that's right, Jim. I am here, standing as I am, in an exclusively standing position, which is standing at the stadium. The final whistle had just sounded in an incredible game where the infamous John Haddow was called back into management for one last time. I can exclusively reveal I have never witnessed anything like this in my life.
But Chico, you've saw the mighty Blues triumph at the new camp. You've saw the 9 in a row winning teams with a lovely Walter Smith. I mean, surely it's nothing more incredible than those matches.
Ha ha ha! That's right, Jim. I was totally delighted at these games. But let me tell you, today's game was simply bewildering. The current manager, Carluke Rovers, Whitey Moffat, had heard of John the Messiah Haddow's retirement from a game and invited him to take over the reins of the team for one last special game.
Superb, Chico. And of course, this team, they have been runaway league leaders since the start. They've won every single match, they've already tied up the league, and they've even booked a place in the final of the Cup. So tell me, with Mr Haddow there, how did it go today?
They were humped, Jim. Humped. They got thrashed 6-0. They had 3 men sent off, and their star striker is injured and out of the Cup final. Haddow's magic strikes again. Oh, hold on, Jim. There's some people leaving the stadium. Excuse me. Can I ask you, what did you think of the game today?
I have never seen anything like that, chick. I've taken my pregnant wife to all the matches at Parkhead this season. We've been at nail-biting cup matches, we've had roller coaster Champions League matches. Not a problem, nothing. But see in there, seeing that man turn a team upside down, it's just been too much for her. We're having to go to the hospital now.
Yes, we are, and can I just tell you, I hope that's Haddow's last game. Because if this is a wee boy, he's getting nowhere near his football coaching.
And was there any part of the game that caused you the most concern?
I don't know where to start, chick, honestly. We started off, it was as if it was a 1-1-8 formation, and we were leaking goals every minute. Then, he tells the goalkeeper to play in the second wing for the second half. Our top man gets a broken leg, and Haddow tells him just to run it off. It was madness. I've never seen anything like it since John Barnes was at Celtic.
Ha ha ha! John Barnes! Hey Jim, they were the good old days.
You're right, Chico, you're right. You know, if only those manky Tims had went for John Haddow instead of Martin O'Neill, we could be having a great time these days.
You're right, Jim, you're right. Now, that's all from me and Carluke, Jim. It's back to you in the studio. Ha ha ha!
Thanks, brother Chick. As ever, superb. Well, that's all from me just now, folks. But please join us later when we'll be interviewing Michel Platini and his attempts at UEFA to outlaw the negative tactics that have been put in place by John Haddow since his early years in the game. I'll see you later. Superb. This is BBC One. And now a special panorama report on the sad state of Scottish football. Sectarianism, bigotry, violence. They have all plagued the Scottish game for decades. But the football authorities have been fighting a much greater evil, the destruction of football talent at grassroots level. With undercover operations involving local authorities, many tyrannical football managers that have inflicted years of abuse and bullying on young Scottish talent have been identified, put on a register, and will never coach again. BBC Panorama believe that we have found the kingpin of these football dictators. In tonight's show, we uncover the wake of destruction left by this evil genius known locally as Santa, and who we can now reveal as Mr John Haddow. In the darkest, dreariest corner of Lanarkshire stands the manky town of Shotts. The Shotts. A town mostly famous for its pipe band and other village hobbies. Similar mining towns have witnessed the moulding of great footballing dynasties like Busby, Shankly and Paisley. But here in the Shotts, a more powerful dynasty was formed that has single-handedly destroyed Scottish football from the inside. The Haddow dynasty. It was back in 1889 that great-grandpa Haddow steered his family's course away from cattle rustling and into the much more lucrative world of football coaching. The game's popularity was soaring across Scotland, and the Haddows made sure they would corner the market in their own town. Any boy showing talent with a football was taken aside and stripped of all his dreams. Skill was replaced by hacking, attack replaced by dogged defence. Young players were consistently played out of position and were taught the most negative, cynical tactics that would come to spread the world over and be adopted by the likes of Racing Club of Argentina. This family tradition was passed through each generation from father to son, and the Haddows travelled far and wide, stifling the growth and development of Scottish football at its very roots. Finally, in 1971, John Haddow emigrated to South Lanarkshire. First of all to Law Village, and then onto the skilled football oasis of Carluke, where he wormed his way into the football setup at St Athanasius Parish. After making this programme, the BBC have passed all copies of our investigation to the SPL and the Scottish Government. Thankfully, the police have confirmed that this godfather of football will be placed on the register and will never coach again. But what of those left behind? What of the young men whose lives now lie shattered? When will their day in court come? When will they be able to watch a football match without medication? And when will they stop waking in the night in pools of sweat, screaming, "No boss, no, don't pick me"? This is Richard Swan, BBC Panorama in Carluke. Well, look who's all on his lonesome today, eh? Robin, has Batman finally get fed up with you and flew away somewhere then?
Shut your hole, you muppet. You're about as funny as a building clock for Legion Order. Just pour me a pint, you muppet.
So seriously, Jack, where is Victor today?
Well, no that it's any of your business, but my big pal's away down to London to collect a medal.
A medal?
Aye, a medal for the British Empire for services to football.
Services to football? Aye, you're on the wind-up, Jack.
I'm telling you, he's away down there to get a medal, and from now on he'll be known as Mr Victor Haddow, KSB.
KSB? Do you not mean MBE?
No, he's getting a medal for the whole of England, and thanks for the work he's done for Scottish football. KSB, keeping Scotland behind.
Jeez, oh, so is he getting that from the Queen herself?
No, he's getting it for Steve McLaren. He wants to thank Victor for giving him so much time in the job before he got sacked. If it wasn't for him making Scottish football so piss, he'd have got sacked ages ago.
Listen, Jack, I've been meaning to ask you something. There's an old guy who comes in here, never says a word, doesn't talk to anybody. He comes up to the bar, he's got a wee handwritten note to tell me what he wants to drink. He gives me his money, doesn't speak a word, and then he sits there in that corner, just like a nervous wreck, no tone. Who the hell is he?
That happens to be the very first guy that was coached at football with our Victor.
Is that right? Jeez, but look at the stadium. What the hell happened?
Well, when he was just a teenager, they say he was all the skills of a best or a law. He could dribble past anyone. When he was playing away, Victor spotted his potential and he brought him to St Athanasius.
Wow. So was it the booze? I mean, did the success go to his head and he wasted it all away?
No. Haddow had one of his brainwaves about playing people out of position, and he put the boy in goals.
Oh, for God's sake, the poor boy.
Aye, but that wasn't the worst of it. The weekend before the team's biggest cup final, the boy came in early to perfect his skills and do a lot of things before Haddow came in.
And then what? Did Victor keep him training too hard and stuff?
No, worse than that. He sent the boy away to the boys' club camp at Carluke.
Oh no.
Aye, 2 bowls of mince and tatties with Dolan, and that was the boy's career finished. He's never kicked a ball since.
That's a hellish story, Jack. So who is the boy anyway?
Oh, he's one of the Haverstocks.
Oh, here comes Isa. Hello there, Isa.
Oh, hello there, Dick.
It's Bobby. What do you fancy?
Oh, I'll have a wee sherry, please. Oh, hello there, Jack.
Aye, hello there, Nosy.
Here, Jack. I was in the Thacky there, and I heard Peter Conley telling Davy Mooney that he was in the bookies. Aye, Peter tried to win some money for that big holiday Brenda's after, you know.
Give her some time, she'll eventually get there.
Anyway, see when I was in there, Frankie Doyle told him that he'd met Jim Fisher doing the market on council duty. You know how Jim's always trying to get out the house these days with Claire and the Wednesday and his heat in.
Is she going to come up for any air?
Aye, it shouldn't be much longer.
Well, see when Jim was doing at the Crown, apparently he spotted your Victor getting in a big fancy limo with somebody already in the back seat.
Yes, Isa. So what is it you want to know?
Well, if Victor's away to get his big fancy award, how comes you're in here and that wasn't you away with him?
Well, Isa, you big nosy vampot. There was a competition to see who would go down to London with Victor. You get picked up in a big fancy limousine, taken down to London, put up for a night in a big hotel, free bar, big dinner, picked up the next day, flown back up the road to Carluke.
So who won it then?
Oh, who do you bloody think?
McKeever!
Aye, McKeever. But you know what? I don't mind. I'll just be glad to get my big pal Victor back up the road for London, see his shiny medal, and him to tell us all about it. Here's to Victor. To Victor!
John Haddow, I thought Santa was 80.
Happy birthday, Mr Haddow. You don't look a day over 90, and I hope you've a great day, and a happy birthday for all the Land family.
John, you ruined my career, but I'm prepared to forgive you, so happy birthday. You're still the godfather.
Aye, John. I know it's your 60th now, but I don't want to bring it back up. But listen to me, right? We've got a shopping trolley here, right? A bowl of Buckfast, and a can of Guinness. Do you remember Shamrock? Minibus. Dropped off the next to these scrappies. Wait for a drink. Buckfast, Guinness. How did we get you into the grunt? A shopping trolley, big man.
Happy birthday, John. Good to see you. Hope you get home last night because you got captured in a taxi and we don't know where it went because it was meant to come back to us. So if you're here tonight, all the best.
Happy birthday, Dad!